Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Some teams are playing like 5 times, man. You can't afford to drop so many series at this point.
Yeah, I mean, in Ultra Prime after this one are already 4 series into their split. Starts counting down pretty quickly. We do have the split up of these objectives here, and I do appreciate that. I think it does give both teams a little bit of difference to play around. But the thing I think is more interesting about the way that early objectives go down now is like it instantly counteracts what you're trying to build towards, right? Because now FPX.
But the Cassante players are loving it.
Decade's going to be loving it in a minute, hopefully, if he can get that Cassante outplay here. Is he going to be able to get it and actually able to pull FPX off of the dive for at least a moment?
So, Life basically saw that the Unstoppable was gone from the Cassante. They're going to re-dive without Ignite.
And they're going to TP.
Out.
They just full on. The Apotheosis didn't hit. There's the package utilized at the all-out, trying to bring Doctum back, but Kara claims the kill.
As soon as they get towards 2 items, 3 items, they just pump out damage. However, with all of this set around the map, Ultra Prime, they get to go back, spend their gold, head back towards the Dragon, but it looks like it could be a fight afterwards.
Trying to go for the engage on Way. They do get it as everything being utilized onto him. Milky Way in some trouble. There's a big Emperor's Divide. And Doggo stepping forward with the resets here. Life going to be jumped on and taken out as well. Everyone's getting wiped up, and that's going to be a couple kills to the K. Left on that, and they've taken so many plays. 4 on bot side, 2 in mid, and 2 in
6
top.
grubs, man. Now, we've had a lot of conversations about, are grubs a win condition? How can you play without them? If you have a lane like this, which can hit turret for free, they are absolutely busted.
All 5 plates go.
Force this duo away from turret. 6 grubs pushing with this is absolutely insane. Giving a Herald open to give another power play, I don't think FPS can afford to do this. They need to buy some time for their items to come online.
The TP coming down. They say this is where we stand. The line in the sand is going to be drawn. The combo is pulled. Doggo jumps away. Doggo's a little bit low. Decade goes for the all-out. Milky Way's in there. Breath of Life giving another chance to Ultra Prime as the Emperor's Divide from Uakai makes the difference, splitting them in half. And Doggo now jumps forward to his doom, but he survives. And a double kill goes over to Uakai, who is stepping up massively in this first game.
Doggo's doom was a little bit over-exaggerated, I feel. He does jump into the counter-strike, but it's not enough.
5-0 Uakai on the Azir, able to put out so much work.
He's about to head towards, looks like he's sat on an alternator, but he could even potentially be going towards a Lich Bane just after this too. In inventory, you have the 6 grubs on the tower again. Doggo is getting
Yes, they are 0-3, but I think again he's been the strongest point to the team so far. Shallow, who getting caught in the side lane a little bit, is the Jack, so could be able to get out at least. As Uakai maybe saying no, as everything being utilized, and he's just going down. Hacker claims the kill.
Dude's just popping over fences everywhere. This dog's off the chain. He's hitting turrets even more at this point. At least Care can get himself a top lane tower. Sadly for them, it doesn't look like it's an objective bounty. I don't see the yellow border on the objectives that they have. Nations are sand right now.
I can't even see an angle for them to have defense in that tier 2 push there, because there's so many grubbies, or mites at least. There's so much pressure around them. They have so little range when it comes to just Doctum.
You don't have the stacks. And who is driving?
Don't do
Gets the
Don't
fun
do
today.
it. Okay.
Joy is going in.
He's got it.
Yeah,
he went
that's
directly.
an easy one.
There, good job. It's like like going to driving school. You just got to park straight.
So imagine having to parallel park one of those things. That is
Cloud Dragon control fine. Would be huge. Hacker going for the
go.
shuffle here as Decade had the flank, and they might actually be able to catch down FPX. The flashes are starting to come out, and some worry across the faces of FPX's members. As now mid lane, the push, they have all those mites, and here they go.
So it's a couple of ultimates and flashes used by Ultra Prime. They do get the flash from Care, but is that worth it? Shallow who? He was pushed. They had knocked down all of the inner turrets. They were happy to start wailing away on them. It's much harder to do that to inhib turrets.
Life going for it, but Hacker wants to follow it up gleefully as Uakai going for it, gets the angle, and Care's in some trouble now. The Corki can't do anything, and that is Ultra Prime.
To go towards this Baron. They don't have the damage now to contest them. You're looking for a Miracle Steal. Let's see what Ultra Prime can do to keep Milky Way away from the objective.
Milky Way is going to position over here. You got the TP coming in from Xiaolahu as well. At half health, a little bit less than the Baron. Milky Way getting pushed out here by Decade. And the Baron just going out. Here comes Xiaolahu, though, and the apotheosis on top of it's pretty big. That's after the charge, at least. The explosive charge going off onto life here. Hits the damage, and now you got to be careful because you just get ripped apart. Yeah, tried to get in the pit, but Ultra Prime were too damn electric. As here they come, and Ultra Prime run away with it.
Turns out you don't need to teach old dogs new tricks. Doggo goes back to the tried and tested Tris.
It's going down.
But they are, and with the Baron buff, this should be so hard to defend. If you can't kill Ultra Prime as they're doing Baron, how can you stop them from taking inhibitor turrets? You can't even stop them taking it for a handful of seconds. The Void Mites, they're coming, the Horde is coming!
I'm scared! FPX going to burn him alive with the fires of the Phoenix, but is that Phoenix going to have to be rebirthed in game number 2? Is looking like it. All the mites are streaming forth, and it's terrifying as 2 waves are about to crash. Glacial Prison goes in. Xiaolau, whose life is forfeit, and as the swarm nears the base, there is nothing that FPX can do. The Starship Troopers can't do it. The Troopers from Star Wars couldn't do it. And FPX can't do it. Ultra Prime make a solidified stand in game number 1 of this series as they strive forth for their first series win if they can close out this one.
It is a little bit of dive threat from Decade and Yuakai, whereas on the other side, I think the one item spike from FPX is absolutely absurd. So watch out to see how Dogdam Life can get out onto the map and start bursting people out. They need to get good vision. Milky Way was so good in the LDL and has been very good in some games as well up in the LPL so far. I want to see him get active early.
Yukai getting activated on early at least. He's going to try to take the angle here. Flashes could be there, and there it is. First blood to Dogdam.
Mental advantages being built up by FPX. The other game's going fine for them right now. And we do finally have that bot side reset coming in from Dogdam. They're reset at the same time as Kep, so they're both off the map at the same time as their Dragon goes over, but the laning items are now so strong from Dogdam. Purchase shard on both sides, but an extra longsword and the support item built up with Dogdam. This Lucian is ready to start accelerating into the game.
Okay, well, at least we got that out of the way. We can continue to build up on our show. Meanwhile, we have a 3-2 dive down bot side. It is a little bit rough for Ultra Prime. Doggo isn't level 6 just yet, and they're going to try to get the engage. Wind becomes lightning. Dogdam trying to flash out of the turret shot. The Ultra Mega Fire Kick gets the kill for life. And yeah, that was one of the first skins he had, actually. So one of the grubs has not been taken. Milky Way was feeling a little bit hesitant to continue doing that as Ultra Prime, now taking a brunt of damage. Milky Way gets baited. He got completely baited by Yuakai. Oh my god.
For a second, it looked like he got the 3-person ultimate. That might Shroud down as well, survives to the same degree. That extra golden pock from the assist going to help going towards the first item. Ultra Prime, they're going to get themselves to a second dragon. They aren't going to be able to stop Grubs going over to the side of FPX, though. So,
Rift Herald play is where Ultra Prime can make up for it. Now they're going to go on to him here. Milky Way right around the corner. There's the dive coming through. KR going to flash out. Perfect execution. And Yuakai is smurfing today. Man, my God. Like, this guy has literally been smurfing it the season long so far. And yes, they've had losses, but my God, it's refreshing to see somebody who's so aggressive.
What they really want to do is just try and chip down some of these turrets themselves. Again, they have the Grubs, they have the Zerg coming in. An unlikely alliance between them and this rest of this team.
That's just not fair. It's a 2v1 right now. You got Zerg and Protoss versus one team. It's not fair.
Never played multiplayer. Well, Doggo's going to make himself into the... a wave clear machine in this mid lane, see what he can do with that, but he's not really able to clear through it that easily. The turret damage
on the top side of the fight, the Dragon is the focus now. Hacker trying to get in position here. Shala, who's just charging up the Meganar bar here. Yuakai needs to find a way around the corner. Hacker, he goes in. Breath of Life used. Dogdam firing back with all the shells he's got in his hands. Shala going for the Meganar into the wall with the flash play. And Shala flexes all over them as Ultra Prime are dusted.
That prehistoric Yordle makes Ultra Prime, which would get them into the game, but it's Xiaolahu which has crossed the T's and dotted the I's and made that into a game kind of game pace increasing play, you know. This is the kind of play which is going to stop bringing Ultra Prime into the point where they can't even fight anymore. They're going to have to wait 5 minutes until FPX have handily won. Shallow gets to teleport back in. He gets to come back in with the Mega Narc.
Oh,
he's in the top lane again now.
He might be in some trouble here, actually. Uakai! Solo Bolo and the giant shutdown to the mid laner of Ultra Prime.
Of these turrets is once again just so fragile. We've seen both games in this series so far really utilize these void grubs.
Decade.
You have to land the defense.
The flank, the lightning crash isn't going to be enough. Big Emperor's Defied. Uakai is ripping him to pieces, but he can't get the combo off. Look at the other side of the fight too. Care is handling him, and Uakai gets traded one. FPX, they just took that fight and handed them a game lost too. Doggo still firing away. FPX feeling a little bit less confident here to push up as Decade has that third queue. Doctum goes forward though. The rest of the team backing off. TPs are available though, and they're gonna pull it as now they're coming through. They have the Crypt Bloom completed, and FPX want to bring us to 3 games in our second series. We're so close to Destiny, Nightmare. I can almost feel it as we go all the way for our first series in Shanghai and our second series of the day. FPX tied up 1-1.
It has changed because you don't have. So what you used to do with the Fiora, particularly in pro players, if you went for Grasp and Sunder, and you can even go for something like a Scorch secondary or something like that, you're just looking for this uncontestable poke, which means you will always win drugs, as you were saying, because there is the Fiora on the other side. Split pushing is kind of annoying. Don't get me wrong, Aatrox can sometimes stop you hitting turret because he threatens the just the amount of CC and damage you can bring from sweet spots to his Q, but still, if you're always...
Fourth one not prompt.
Really good patience there from Shallow too. He's not just like rushing to get all of the vitals down, he's making sure that he's keeping in mind the Aatrox Q timing as well. Of course, even though you expect Fiora to win out on that, it's not necessarily always a free win. But as it's happening right now, it's just making sure that Decade doesn't have the HP to survive potentially something like a dive. Milky Way has ult. Let's see what they can do.
Hey, highlight reel ready to go. It is recording now. Can Milky Way get it? He misses everything. Shallow. Oh, he gets the fade away. There we go. As he wiggles the 4 at least at some point. The package available though.
So you actually get the package timing. I was wondering if that'd actually be up in time for a spawn there. This is fine though. You're still taking 2. It means that you're not going to get the Void Might spawning. Shallow who can maybe walk down and threaten Hacker. Actually thinking about it, maybe.
Oh no.
This is a beautiful jungler nearby. There's no Sejuani out to keep things around. That's a nice little moonshot to tag onto Doggo. Just chunk his HP down just a little.
There's just a little bit of movement up towards his mid lane. Care being caught in transition here. There's a TP behind.
There we go.
This is huge. The Graviton connects on a Doggo, and there's the Arctic Advance as well, or Assault rather. Doggo goes down to Shallow, of all people. Care going in, trying to get Uakai, but perfectly execute.
Standard trade here, folks. Shallow, who is still a pretty scary Fiora, even though the strength is in the 1v1, has enough stats right now to make people think twice.
I think the pressure, though, now will just be lent towards Ultra Prime, who can utilize this Rift Herald to break down one of these towers. Milky Way getting that split dragon, though, is huge. And this is the first game where we really play around.
And worth noting as well, it's the Protobelt first item, which helps with the gap close when you have triple backline of...
Ooh, TP from FPX.
That is a teleport from Care as well. How much can you do here?
Oh, the Glacial Prison does not hit. Doggo was the target, but Care getting bursted down. Shallow can't make it in. And it's Hacker who's found the back line. Decade can't get it, but Uakai cleans it up. He goes for 2. He's looking for more. And FPX are routed. He gets one back. Shallow, who traded down horribly, though. And Decade making the difference with Uakai.
Absolutely. This is when Lucia could do stuff
like that.
Oh my god! Where did he go?
Doggo eliminates the competition, and he's a hungry dog now. Uakai hunting down Milky Way. He's got another flash. He's got another rocket, and he's trying to pull it. That's one more tidal wave. Uakai comes.
This Fiora can't jump in a 1v4. You might have to pray to Care to do some kind of magical shenanigans with the Corki, but this is so difficult to play.
Uakai is making it look real damn good. If they catch Life out, Life almost dies. Dway's flashing out. Shallow, who is in the thick of it, and he's going down to a shutdown in Decade. The Baron now in trouble as Ultra Prime want to go ahead and take that one down. Life very close to death. Care trying to make a play here. This could be a defining moment as the rockets land. Here comes Care. Care looking for it. Lockdown CC. Moonlight Vigil doesn't matter. It's going to be claimed by Uakai, the MVP, it feels like, of Ultra.
Awareness of the game state of Ultra Prime in that moment.
And Ultra Prime just started an avalanche that FPX were not ready for. Culling across it, going to be tanking the tower shots is Hacker. Going down though, a couple rockets here and there really making the difference, and the turret going down to the auto. As now Ultra Prime opening up the inhib and bottom side. I don't know if they want to step forward. They feel a little antsy to do so. Trying to tank it up with this siege cannon, but Decade on the flank can have a big angle. They're going to push up their pressure here. Xiaolahu a little bit caught out. The difference maker early on, he's the one that they catch. Now it's Care taking the reset onto Hacker though. Decade trying to lock down, but it doesn't matter. Uakai is the one that you have to deal with now as the range is really coming to bear. Another turret here, but Ultra Prime maybe overextended. Moonlight Vigil straight through the goal posts, and that's not what you like to see.
Oh, Dogdam, it's his Aphelios. It's a champion which...
Milky Way to complete, but they're pulling a play onto Care. He has a tower over here. He has the Shroud. The Nature's Grasp connects. The rockets hit, and Care's life is gone right before his eyes. Uakai clink here. That could be the play if they can find an angle. It was the double. They're going for the long gun as they get turned on. Milky Way's just gone. Dogdam locked down. A double for Doggo, making a triple, and we're howling to the moon for this dog as Ultra Prime wiped the floor with FPX.
We had so many questions about what form Doggo was in. His last year struggled. His first series of this year struggled. The Ramasumi, we don't need to talk more about that. But this Doggo's bark is definitely no match for its might. This Lucian is really coming to play.
Ultra Prime on the cusp of a glorious execution in this one. Care can't get his perfect one. Xiaolahu,
that's it.
The big one in front, can't do anything.
They've done it.
Ultra Prime for the first time in spring, the first time in 2024. They're looking for their first series win, and off the back of a carry performance from the...
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.